I felt this one. I knew it. Yes. Should I say yes? I'm telling you, I felt the machine on that one. Weird but true.
A few moments later.
I think this is like 10 hands later, right? Flopped it and go. Yes. Very, very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, you gotta playing the wrong size game. Interesting hand. We're going to go that way. You can do that. That'd be okay. Alright, one last stab at getting a royal flush. Switchback I forgot of. Only my second draw so far. And now my third draw. Ooh, just missed it. Just threw away a straight flush, just so you guys know, so I remember from here. There's your sign. Stupid thing. Maybe this is the one. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. This would be too easy. Thought so. Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. Alright, this would guarantee it would take me through the amount I want to play. Shoot. We'll take eights. We can do eights. Ooh, that stupid 9. That is so weird. Visually, I feel like I filled up that 6 with a 2. Very, very weird. My heart just stopped. It friggin' stopped in its dang tracks. Holy crap. Come on, don't make me regret not going for this.
A few moments later.
Freaking unbelievable. Unbelievable. I switched over. I've been hopping between 5, 10, and 25, and I hit a pretty good one. Man, the last 7 weeks, I am up over $50,000. No, more than that. Like 54,000. Crazy. Crazy.
Okay. Let's do a backup spin here. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna swap that down to a lower level. Let's throw in some twos for good measure. Or not. Come on, we'll take it. Talk about heart stopping. Holy moly. Yeah, we've had no straight flushes this trip. Not this time. Alright, I should have a couple $1,000. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank you. $2,150 downloaded. Let's do it again. All right, that's $18.75 off of the $21.50 in free play. And I think we're done. Just gotta count the money now. All right, combined all my tickets. It's I believe we're up 16,000 or 17,000, 16,080, something like that. I'll give you an update another time. But this whole trip, we're up 26 or 27 grand. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. We have to get everything to go because it's limited to 4 people. So we got Martiranos, chicken parm, and spaghetti and meatballs. Yum. Oh, man. It's the last night of the trip. We're headed out in the morning. 7 days. Made $27,560, something like that. Look at this view. A big nice room at the Flamingo. Made some money. Feels good. Okay, so I promised you guys that I would rate the different markets that I went to. I went to 5 different markets: Wendover, Mesquite, SoCal, Laughlin, and Vegas. And I would rate the video poker play in those places based on kind of my scouting that I did. So here is my observation of what we got going on over here in those markets. So first, in Wendover, we'll rate these on 4 different categories: food, lodging. For me, activities outside the casino is important as well, and video poker. So for Wendover, the food, I'm gonna rate it a 3 out of 10. The food outside the casinos, off property, is super limited there. Everything is Cisco or US food based type of food. You know, there's not a whole lot of scratch made stuff going on. So I'm sorry. I mean, I still eat there, but 3 out of 10. For the lodging, if you're gonna stay there, stay at Montego Bay. That's the best average room there. They often sell out the capacity, even in non-COVID times. They sell out. You got to book 4 or 5 days in advance. You can't really go last second very often. The rooms at Red Garter are terrible. At the Nugget, they're not very good. And at the other 3 properties, Rainbow, Peppermill, and Montego Bay, they're okay, but Montego Bay is the best. With that said, I'd probably rate it a 4 out of 10. With the outside activities, there's not a whole lot to do. There is a little known hot spring. You can go scuba diving. They do have golfing there. You can go fishing. You can go bass fishing there, but it's super limited, very, very limited. So I would rate it a 3 out of 10. Now, the video poker used to be phenomenal there, super good, full pay everywhere. They were competing for video poker players' business. Earlier this year, they started cutting things back dramatically, and it's hard to find anything high limit, and it's very difficult to find full pay games anymore. They do have some, but it's not like it was. So I'd say it's a 6 out of 10. For Mesquite is a small market about 90 miles outside of Vegas, and their food there pretty limited. I'd say it's barely, you know, maybe a step up from what Wendover is, so I'd say a 4 out of 10. Lodging, small rooms, not a lot of great rooms. You know, I don't know how often they sell out, but you really only have 3 places to choose from when staying there, and you're not going to get anything super fancy, so 3 out of 10. Outside activities, they got lots of golfing. If you love golfing, you can go golfing there. There's nowhere to fish that I know of, but what's nice about there is you do have, like, you can go to Zion, which is not that far of a drive. You can go driving to St. George and hit quite a few hiking trails. You can go fishing there, go boating there. They do have some of that stuff. As you saw from my video, you can bring the dirt bikes, bring the side-by-sides, go riding outside. The winter would be the time to do it. The fall and the spring. The summertime, it's super hot, so I'd stay away from that. But I'd say, as far as outside activities go, probably a 6 out of 10. For the video poker, I did find some over 100% pay games there. Now, they're limited to $5 a bet, but you can do them on quarters, 50 cent, and at that level. And they have some high limit. When I say high limit, I mean $25 a hand, full pay games. I'd say the video poker in Mesquite is, there's a lot of games available. Not all full pay, but there's a lot of variety, so I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. For SoCal, you have a cluster of casinos all within 30 minutes of each other. You go a little bit further out, you can get to some more. But you got Pala, Harrah's Rincon, Pachanga, Valley View, Palma. You want a little bit further away, you got Morongo, Verona. There's all Indian casinos. Quite a bit of video poker. It was the one market out of the 5 that did not. It was the one market out of the 5 that didn't have anything that was paying back 100%. So out of the 5 places I went to, 4 of them did have at least a machine that did so. But they've got pretty good food. They've got some good rooms there. I'd say I'd rate the food probably a 7 out of 10 for variety and quality. Lodging, 8 out of 10. They've got some really nice rooms there. However, I wasn't very happy with mine, but I'd say that's my own fault. Outside activities, they got the beach. They got some of the best bass fishing in the world down there. I mean, you can go surfing in late November. Can't do that where I'm from. There's a lot to do. Hiking. There's just so much to do in Southern California. You want to go to Disneyland, which we often do when we do that trip. You know, you can't do it now, but you got that. You have Legoland. You can go see a Chargers game. You can do whatever you want. SoCal, I mean, I'd say it's a 9 out of 10. And the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is just that you got to drive for quite a bit of it. In the video poker, I'd say Paula was the best place I found to play, but I couldn't find any games that paid back 100% or more. So I would rate SoCal a 6. Now, if I'm wrong on that, let me know. And that takes us to Laughlin. Laughlin is one of my favorite places. I've got some family down there. There's family property outside there. I love fishing. I love the river. Some of my fondest memories growing up is going to Lake Havasu, Lake Mojave, and the river itself. So Laughlin is about 80 miles southeast, I guess, of Las Vegas. And their food there, you're gonna find, isn't of the highest quality. I'd rate the food probably like a 5. And that's being generous. A 5 out of 10. The lodging, there's not a lot of nice rooms. The most of the properties there are pretty dated. I've stayed in the presidential suite at Harrah's, and it was, last time it was updated, it was probably 25 years ago. So I'd rate the lodging there probably a 6 out of 10. Outside activities, they got a lot of stuff that I like to do, but maybe there's some things missing that, you know, other people might like to do. They do have some really cool stuff there. You can go see some ancient petroglyphs. You can, you know, go fishing right there. You can rent jet skis and rent boats, and you can go skydiving, and you can go to see the wild donkeys. I mean, there's a lot to do there. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. The video poker in Laughlin, I didn't find them, but I do know that there's over 100% pay games. I believe at Aquarius you can find some 10-7 double bonus there. I found some really good games there, and I found some average stuff, but I'd say it's a 7 out of 10, and I only rate it as high is because you can get to Vegas, and you get to Henderson in about 70 miles, and you can get to Vegas in, you know, an hour and 15 minutes if you wanted to. So not that far. So I'm going to rate Laughlin a 7. Now Vegas, it's hard to beat Vegas when you're talking about video poker. The food in Vegas is some of the best in the world. Now, there's dozens of restaurants I haven't even tried there that are Michelin star restaurants that are among the best in the world. And you got to give it a 10 out of 10. The lodging, same thing. You get a basic room at the Venetian is better than any room at almost every other market. There's so much variety. It's very tough to find that the whole strip sold out. I would give lodging 10 out of 10. Outside activities, there's almost nothing you can do that's not in Vegas. I mean, you can shoot guns just like basically on the strip. You can go indoor skydiving. They've got paintball right there. You've got fantastic world-class golfing. You got Lake Mead in your own backyard. You can go skydiving, you can go race cars, you can do anything. You can do almost anything. They got the Raiders coming. They've got the Golden Knights there. Which the city has embraced like crazy. I've never seen something like this in my life. I've never seen a team come into a market and the city just embraces it. I mean, it was long overdue apparently. And it's hockey. It's friggin' hockey in the middle of a desert, and they love it. You know, what do they not have? They don't have the beach. That's it. And I'm gonna say activities there. It's hard not to give it a 10. You know what? 9.5 out of 10. Video poker, it is the capital of the world. Still, it's if you're gonna be aspire to be a video poker professional, or you just love playing the game and you're going to put in time every week playing it, there's nowhere better to be than Las Vegas, Nevada. There just isn't. I found a couple over 100% games, and I know of a lot more. I know they're there. There's full pay deuces still, and double bonus. You can find you can find full pay games everywhere, but over 100% games, you can find them. They're around town. You're not likely going to find them on the strip. That's tough. It's even tough to find full pay games on the strip. They're there, but again, you go to some outside properties, it's, if 10 is the best, Vegas is a 10. And so a nearly perfect score on that.